Tenno, how's it going? Ricky Summer here, and today I've come back in time to play Excalibur for the very first time. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Armo 1. Bay City's first choice in heavy infantry exo armor.
Tenno, welcome back. Today we're having a look at Excalibur, and listen, I've made it no secret that I'm not a huge fan of Excalibur Umbra, who's the only version of Excalibur that I've played, and no more than I had to within the confines of the quest. Outside of the quest, I haven't touched him at all. He's just not really to my taste. But I'm telling you that I'm here today to give Vanilla Excalibur a proper chance. I'm going to try my best to be open to his abilities. The face of Warframe himself. Let's read the description. A perfect balance of mobility and offense. Excalibur is the ideal Warframe for new players. Alright, look, I went with Mag because I thought she was gonna be like essentially a biotics user from Mass Effect, which she kind of is. But look, I don't want to talk about Mag too much because she's getting her own revisited video, you know, soon enough. Today is about Excalibur. I mean, he's got a dry, cool look. I like his helmet. He's certainly... Oh, man, look at that back, though. Oh, look at that back. Oh, we're going to gold this guy up. You know what? I have hope for the fashion of Excalibur. I'm here for it. Let's have a look at the abilities. All right, here we go. I'm ready. I want to be pogged. I want to be pogged, you know? I'm here. I'm open. This is a beautiful scene straight off the bat. Let's have a look at the passive. Excalibur deals 10% increased damage and attacks 10% faster when wielding swords. Rad. So presumably the sword that we currently have equipped is going to trigger that. That's great. That plays perfectly into my wheelhouse. In fact, I think I may have started using Skiajati because of Umbra? Oh man, it's been so long. I can't remember. Look, don't quote me on that. Let's have a look at the first ability. Slash dash. Dash between enemies while slashing with the exalted blade. Right, so he's got his own blade, huh? See, I don't know how much... I actually remember very little of Umbra. So I don't know how much is exclusive to Umbra and how much is just Excalibur as a guy. So he's got his own blade, and we can just like zip between them. If this works how I'm hoping, how I'm assuming it works... Actually very, very cool. I like abilities that have an element of automation to them. I just find them fun, you know? Radial Blind emits a bright flash of light, blinding all enemies in a small radius for several seconds. Okay, yeah, that's actually, that's pretty cool. I think that's the best implementation I could have hoped for that. What do I mean by that? It could have easily been a grenade, right? It could have been like a flash grenade, essentially, or a targeted ability, but just to have it around you, almost like it's Lord of the Rings and you throw it and you're using the light of Ellen. Who was it? It's not Ellen. What was it?
The light of Erendir.
Our most beloved star. Anyway, it's basically that. So that's pretty cool. Again, like he's an early frame, right? Was he the first frame? Was he the first frame? Hang on, I need to look this up. Yeah. Okay, so he was in the first wave along with Ash, Ember, really, Loki, Mag, Rhino, Trinity. Oh, okay, Volt. That kind of makes sense that Trinity was in there then. Yeah, that's a whole other discussion. Excalibur Prime? Right, and then Frost, Nyx, and whatnot came the year after. But not too long after. Okay, that's really interesting. So, I mean, that makes perfect sense. That's actually, you know, what I figured was the case. Alright, next ability. Radial Javelin. Launches javelins towards enemies, dealing high damage and impaling them to walls. So it's a ground slam that then... Right, okay. Alright. If we can do enough damage with this, I don't know how scalable this boy is, right? But just on paper, if we can take this ability into the end game, I'm here for it. Again, very simple abilities. He's one of the first frames. Nothing too fancy, which is great for the sake of the video. I mean, after coming off, who did we do last? We did Titania. She was a wild, beautiful nightmare. So good, I'm ready for a palate cleanser. Exalted Blade. Summon a sword of pure light and immense power. Right, okay. So that's all it says. It looks like it has a ranged element to it, which I'm assuming we're going to hold right click and then left click on that. Like we're going to aim down sights essentially and shoot. Is that independently moddable? I think it might be. I wonder if the strat is that we keep the Exalted Blade up. Like that's the whole frame, the Exalted Blade. We keep it up as long as possible. As long as we can use the other abilities with the Exalted Blade, that'd be rad. Let's find out. Let's have a look at the tips. Excalibur is immune to damage for the duration of slash dash. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm really interested to try out slash dash properly. Because, like I remind you, the only Excalibur experience I have is with Umbra, and I did not read his abilities. I just went straight in. I was too hyped up, pogged up on the lore, and I just wasn't thinking about mechanics at all. I wonder if we can just build entirely for slash dash. Like that'd be my type of frame, you know. Radial Blind can temporarily deactivate laser barriers and security cameras. Okay. I'm kind of, like, I get the impression that he might be, not necessarily overpowered, but very useful and versatile. Just like, because people sing his praises. Anyway, let's keep going. Cast Radial Blind to open enemies to finishers. Yes. Blinding also grants a stealth bonus to all melee strikes, including Exalted Blade. A stealth bonus. So, like, it resets detection. Yeah, okay, I understand what that means. Yeah, cool. All right. Straight up, today I did not wake up thinking, Rick, you gotta be like totally into Radial Blind. But perform a melee spin attack with Exalted Blade to create a small Radial Blind for half the energy cost? Alright, that already scares me. A spin attack, is that? I don't know how to do that off the top of my head. We'll figure it out. Cast slash dash on an enemy while Exalted Blade is active to launch energy waves. Okay, yeah. So at least that's confirmation that we can cast other abilities while we're using the Exalted Blade, which is great. Energy waves. I have no idea what that even means, man, but we'll try it out. Oh, no, the energy waves. When I was talking about shooting, maybe that's just slash dash. Oh, okay. That's an interesting way to swing that. While Exalted Blade is active, slash dash is granted a small bonus to its base damage. Nope, that refutes what I just said. Okay, so slash dash. So maybe while we're slash dashing, it also adds energy waves? I don't know, man. We got to try this out. Exalted Blade's innate punch through allows its waves to traverse through obstacles to enemies. Wall hacks. Straight up, we got wall hacks. I mean, I feel like Excalibur's the poster child for just going nuts like ninja style, right? You know, ninjas play free. This is what they're talking about. This is the ninja. Build up bonus damage for Exalted Blade's energy waves and Excalibur's melee combo counter by striking enemies at close range with the sword itself. Bonus damage for the energy waves. Okay, so I'm still not super sure on how the energy waves work. We get them as a byproduct from slash dash, but maybe we can also cast them ourselves? Look, we'll find out, but there's bonus damage. I wonder if that's counted anywhere. I hope it is, because otherwise that's gonna really bug me. Excalibur's Exalted Blade can be separately modded in the arsenal. You're damn right it can. Okay, you know what? On the surface, seems pretty simple, but there's a little nuance there. The Exalted Blade makes things interesting. We haven't got access to it yet, obviously. Let's do some fashion. Yanimations. All right, we've got a few options here. The Agile, I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. Noble, that's, DE, I'm going to be honest with you. That's just the legs changing. This bothers me a great deal. What is this? Okay, so the Umbra gets, like, he gets severe about it, right? Like, this man's ready. Look how ready he is. And then Noble, how does that compare? Just spreads a little bit. Okay. Oh! See, now we're talking. Zato Agile? I didn't even know what this is from. Oh, yo. This looks like some Dex nonsense. I actually quite like that, if I'm being honest. I mean, you know how this is going to go. We're going to start off with an off-white situation, but I don't want to get too crazy with it. Yo, we got to go purple on this one. Oh, man, that actually looks kind of rad. Look how slick that is. So I've been thinking about, like, I talk about the consistency. Yo, look at the swagger on him. Love it. I talk about the consistency of that material, whatever they're made of. I feel like I've never touched a dolphin. I would like to. It's my life's goal to, one of them, to touch a dolphin one day. But I feel like however these guys feel with their weird rubbery armor skin, whatever, that's how a dolphin would feel. Like, I feel like you can slap up a dolphin, you know, not in an abusive way, just like a, hey buddy, how you doing kind of way. And just they're chill about it. Yo, there's like a symbol up here. What's that about? Anyway, let's have a look at accents. So that's that part there, right? Is heavy pink too far? What am I saying? Of course not. We've got to go heavy pink on the accent. The emissives. We know how this one goes. Now I'm wondering, maybe the off-white was too far back off to a bad start. What if we flip it? You know what? I think we're onto something. I think this is the strat. The reason being, our favored heavy pink on the little lights and whatnot, it looks weird when it's surrounded by the lighter colors. So I think we're closer to the mark here. I just realized, is there no color for his back? That's horrible, man. I was so excited about that. I mean, his back still looks friggin' dope as hell, man. But I was excited to like make that chrome it up, gold it up. That makes me sad. I'm super sad about that. All right, let's at least put a dank ephemera on him. Like if we make him even darker, and that ephemera is gonna look dope. Anyway, let's let's mod this man. Yo, hold on. Has he got a formless aura? That's pretty cool. So we can just do whatever we want. I mean, steel charge has to be the go, right? But does this also mean we don't get as much capacity bonus from it? See, that's awkward. I feel like steel charge is the strat here. All right, what else have we got? Damage, range. Range could be big because he's got a lot of range related things. Slash dash is predominantly range. Radial blind, we could do duration and range on that. Again, radial, he's got a lot of in-place AoE stuff. Okay, let's put stretch on to start with. From 15 up to 21 meters. Hey, that's not bad. Like, what else are we going to throw on here? Let's do strength. Okay, you know, because I want to try and get some big damage on radial javelin, if at all possible. I don't know how much we should be devoting to survival abilities. Adaptation. Is that overkill? Nah, it's not overkill. Let's go with this to start with. I'm gonna throw on the arcanes, and let's take him out of the stable. All right, we're sliding into the piece. We're ready. Take me to the. Oh, he just shimmies on down the piece. All right, I'm out of energy. That was a little bit more salacious than I was expecting. Oh, okay. So it's really quite short range, and it doesn't snap to the target as I anticipated. See, that's what I was so pogged about. Right, but hang on. It looks like if there's enough lords in the group, we'll just bounce from one to the other. Yeah, we're ranking up pretty fast. All right, let's find more boys. Okay, seems like maybe if the first target doesn't die, we don't switch to the next one. If we can just get an infinite chain here, let's go. Okay, we took 3 boys out. And then we run out of range. Let's keep going. Then we... Is it only 2? maybe I'm... No, that's 3. I'm not sure if I just really want this to do something that it doesn't do, or if it will do what I want it to do, and we're just not there yet. Okay, that's 2, but the second one didn't die. I think that's what it is. I think I need to get out of here before I cark it. But I think as long as the target dies, we'll move on to the next target. That seems to be the case. The man just got yeeted. Sir? Yes? Yo! Yes! It does do what I want it to do. That's really actually quite cool. So we need to somehow... Either we maximize the damage of that, or we use the Exalted Blade, which I'm sure is going to be bigger pog damage than whatever we're wielding on any given Sunday. Alright, we've unlocked Radial Blind. Let's find a large group of men. Please, I require many men. Alright, this will be enough men. Let me blind these lords and then slide in for the finishes. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright, let me finish you, Squire.
Go
This
to
is-
extraction.
This is actually huge, Pog. Look, I really should have read the instructions the first time because this is huge, Pog. I apologize wholeheartedly to Excalibur and his family and affiliates. I'm actually having way too much fun with Radial Blind. Alright, we've unlocked Radial Jav. Big Jav energy. Let's go. Let's slide into the piece here. Pop the 3. Okay. Does that open them up for finishes? Because they look real stunned, man. Doesn't do a huge amount of damage currently. We're 12 minutes into survival. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, it doesn't seem to be that great. Alright, one more time. It certainly jabs them, but it's not doing enough damage to kill them and pin them at the moment.
Life support has arrived.
So hopefully we can build that up over time and get it actually doing something. Alright, we've unlocked Exalted Blade. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Oh, buddy. Little underwhelming. Oh, the moveset on it though. Oh, yo. Is that... That's the blind? It just keeps blinding? Hold up. Alright, I'm about to be out of juice. Oh, yo, I didn't realize it was going to be that easy. Hold on, if that actually is the blind, that's freaking huge, man. Let's get the energy back. Let's try that again. Alright, magnificent styles. Let's go. So, hold up. I forgot how to do it. Is it just forward?
Life support.
Why is it different now? Oh, it's just the slide. It's the regular slide. Alright, you ready? Sliding down the piece. Blinded. But we can't do finishes like that. Really? Alright, let's try the 1 with the 4. Sir? Yeah, okay, I see the little waves. The question is, what do the waves do exactly? So how do we shoot this stuff? Is that... It's not with heavy attack. I'm not super sure how to do it. Alright, so apparently just normal slide and aerial attacks will shoot the shit. Oh, I guess it does. Hang on. Is it? Hold on.
I know. Prepare for life support.
It did for a second. It's also possible that that the demonstration, like the little clip in the tooltip, is maybe a little old. I mean, it is an original frame. Is it doing it? Like, it did it once. I don't know, man. It looked like it was shooting stuff. Maybe I've misunderstood. At least we got the blinds going. That's fun. Yo. I mean, I'm big into slide attacks anyway, so just by default. We'll make it rain out here. Alright, listen. Not what I was expecting to get out of Excalibur. The radial blind. Man, I love that thing. That's like, I want that to be the whole frame. If I can get the 1, the slap dash, whatever it's called, slash dash, if I can get that to a reasonable position where we're one-shotting individuals, coupled with the radial blind, that's the frame I want to play. Alright, so what would we do to this guy further? I'm not super sure. I actually quite like where we're sitting. So, I think I'm going to stick with what I've got right now. What might I change? I may be tempted to put vitality in the place of adaptation. I don't know how functionally useful that is, but I don't know. I got a hunch, I got a hunch just for the sake of leveling up. Additionally, for the future, I would want to increase the duration of Radial Blind. Like, at the moment, I can guarantee 2 finishes. Anything beyond that is kind of up to chance and the grouping of the individuals before we cast it. But if we can bump that up, that'd be so rad. See, it's just shy of 10 seconds. Now, I'm sure that's going to be much better once we're all fully ranked. But I just want that Radial Blind to last as long as possible. Anyway, I'm going to keep it as it is for now. Let's have a look at the Exalted Blade. Oh man, okay, so what are we starting out with? We're even on critical chance and status. Again, like I don't feel amazingly confident, just in general, modding weapons. Like, I'm not completely lost, but I always feel like there's a little more to it than that I'm seeing, or rather, there's like general rules that you need to follow. There's like a basic format that you follow, and I'm not super sure when to deviate from it. Maybe that's probably a fairer representation of how I feel about modding weapons. Okay, so let's start with some damage. See, I want to increase crit, and then like we just slap status all over the place, right? What if we go Vicious Frost and Virulent Scourge? Get a little viral all up in here. And then what can I put into the Naramon slot? Plus 90% slash and plus 60% status chance, maybe? Sure. Plus we get immunity to status effects for 2 seconds. 10% chance after a heavy attack. Look, I don't really know if this is the strat, but this is what I'm going to go with to start off with. Let's have a look at the augments. Oh yeah, he's got more than a few augments. Let's get started here. Purging Slash. Slash dash augment. Allies in the path of slash dash have 4 debuffs removed and 100% shields restored. That's really interesting. Not something I think I will take, but I like the concept of it. Make him a team player. Yeah. Surging Dash. Slash dash augment. Each enemy hit during slash dash further increases your melee counter by 4. That just seems like a win, right? Like that's just like a net positive, huh? So we get these from the Steel Meridian and the Arbiters of Hexus. I may have access to them. We'll check in a second. Radial Finish. Here we go. Radial Blind Augment. Blinded enemies take 300% more finisher damage. Yeah. Okay. Again, like I feel like we've talked about this already. Like at the moment, I'm killing outright with finishers, right? But there will come a point where I won't. Is that about right? So this would be useful at that point, but currently it's probably not useful. I think that's the case. I think that's where we landed on that one. Okay, very interesting. I'll keep that in the back pocket for the future. Furious Javelin. Radial Javelin Augment. Each enemy hit will increase Excalibur's melee damage by 10% for 16 seconds. Now that I like. Let me explain my reasoning. So currently, Radial Javelin isn't really doing much for me. Like, its damage, it seems very, very low. So if we can turn it into a buff instead. Now, that being said, like, I don't know if we can up its damage, like if it gets to the point where it's useful. I'm assuming it probably will. But let's pretend that it doesn't for the moment. If we can convert that into a buff instead, I really quite like that. Getting some use out of it. That's very cool. Chromatic Blade. Here we go. Exalted Blade Augment. Exalted Blade's damage type changes depending on Excalibur's emissive color, and status chance is increased by 300%. So it's just the damage conversion, right? So my first reaction is, so why would you want that over just slotting a mod that does the damage you want? So slotting the mod will add the damage, right? But this just converts the damage. Is that about right? But it increases status chance by 300%. I feel like I need an 18-word thesis from you guys explaining the benefit of Chromatic Blade. All right, listen, not quite where look, I feel like what I like about Excalibur currently is not what you're meant to like about him. I feel like everyone's going to be hyped up about the Exalted Blade, and the fact that I'm 200% down with Radial Blind, people are going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? But that's all right. That's cool. That's how we do things on this channel. So let's do the time jump. We'll do the stream, we'll rank them up, and I'll see you guys in a hot second. Tenno, listen, I've paid my dues. I've fully ranked up Vanilla Excalibur. So I've taken Excalibur Umbra out of the stable, because why not? He's just a better Excalibur, right? Look, there was a little bit of discourse about that that we'll get into in a hot second, but the stream was very informative. First and foremost, I learned that in America, you guys don't have Mars bars. You call them Milky Ways. And I find that deeply, deeply disturbing. So you don't know what Milky Way bars are. Look, it was a whole thing. You don't have Rice Bubble? You call them Rice Krispies? What is this? Anyway, there was a little bit of discourse over Excalibur versus Excalibur Umbra. But like apparently for high level stuff, some people prefer regular Excalibur because of the autonomous behavior when you leave the frame when you're in operator mode. So there's something like buffs get reset or something when the frame takes damage when you're not in it. Look, that's unfortunate for sure. So I would be inclined to make this rule for myself. When solo, look, I'm probably not going to be running around with too many buffs, I imagine. Excalibur Umbra. You know, when in a group, regular Excalibur. That being said, then there are also people who are like, just whatever, use Umbra all the time. It's fine. So, look, I don't know who to believe. But I tell you what, there was some wild individuals. I'm glad that we had Excalibur mains in the chat, but we also had one wild individual who was like, hear me out, subsume the 4. Right after everyone was like, the whole frame is the 4. And let me tell you, I was inclined to listen to that person because I like people who have wild ideas that are against the norm and just want to see the world burn. So look, I'm very much into building this guy for the 1 and the 4, you know, for /dash, which I'm exclusively using right now. Look at that guy, and then of course the 4, which lets us just go nuts with like with a finisher playstyle. I'm very much into that. Sorry, I mean the 2 rather. The 3, it's pretty confirmed that it basically does nothing. People don't respect the 3, with the exception of when it has the augments. So you know what I postulated was true. Like when you use the augment, it essentially switches to a buff ability. And then it's great. Otherwise, it doesn't really do much, man. Which, you know, it was my experience as well. Now, of course, everyone's like, "Yo, the 4 is the whole frame." Okay, like yes, I agree with you, but I don't want to agree with you because I think it's kind of boring. I would rather be out here doing exactly what you see right now, just being an absolute nuisance, and watching these poor Grenier men just watch their friends be absolutely sent to the Shadow Realm by a man who cannot be seen. Why would you not want to play like this? Yeah, alright, but using the 4 might be more efficient. You cast the 4 and just go nuts, whatever. It might be more efficient. You might kill more quicker, but what's the point of efficiency, guys, if you're not having fun doing it? I beseech you. Is ultimate fun not just pressing 1? And watching this shit go down? This is the greatest shit ever! Alright, so in a stunning twist of events, the build that we've ended up with is exactly what I had for Excalibur Umbra. Anyway, like I actually haven't changed anything from what we had before. So, you know, we've got all the Umbrals, prime continuity. I mean, my goal is to up duration as much as possible. So I actually toyed around with swapping out like Flow or something, or Streamline, I don't know what, for is it Organ Message? Is it the that's the duration one, yeah. But I decided not to because I think Flow is just a hell of a lot more useful than a little more duration would be. So as it stands, when we cast Radial Howl. Why is it? It's Howl instead. Hang on, let us ferocious howl that stuns nearby enemies and causes sentients to shed any built-up resistance. Oh, okay, so it's just got a little extra sauce on it. But look, what is essentially the blind, right? It's currently at 20-second duration, which I feel like is more than enough to get, you know, quite a few kills under our belt. So throwing in Augur Message, it only goes up to like almost 24 seconds. For the sake of less than 4 seconds more, I feel like we get a lot more value out of Flow, so I've just left it there. I wanted to change it a little bit just to put my mark on it a little more, but like I feel like we're in a pretty good place as it stands. 100 adrenaline, like we don't run out of energy. We're pretty good. We're just running around, casting 2, casting 1, going nuts. It's fun. I'm having fun with the frame, you know. Now looking at the Exalted Blade, I'm not using it. So this kind of doesn't really matter, but this is what I've got. And I probably could have put more work into this, but I'm not using it. So I know that's probably blasphemous to most of you out there, whether you're an Excalibur main or not. But look, I'm having fun playing a certain way, and it's like, I tell you what, it's not using the 4. Now that being said, if we slide on over to Skier Jardi, which I think is Look, for me at least, it's the best weapon to use with this man. I actually recently unlocked a Riven, so check this bad boy out. Not bad at all. I was also advised to up the attack speed, so I've got Berserker Fury on there. The reason for that is I asked chat, yo, is there any way to speed up the animation of finishes? Because I just feel like it's taking just a little too much time, and it's really eating into my stun duration for those finisher windows. And they're like, yeah, just up attack speed on your melee weapon. So that's what we did. And yes, like, just that little bit extra faster. And then I threw Drifting Contact on there because someone was like, yo, your combo duration is only 5 seconds. So we've bumped that up to 10. But look, the moral of the story is I didn't give Excalibur a fair chance the first time round. And I'd like to apologize to Excalibur, his family, and all the Excalibur mains out there. I like him. I do. The thing is, like, I feel like this is going to rub some people the wrong way. Because I like him, but not for, like, his greatest strength, which is the 4. Yeah, it's kind of cool, but I don't like that. Yeah, alright, so you could do Radial Blind as part of the combo with the 4. But it doesn't open individuals up to finishes. Which is what I want. That's the fun part, I don't know. I just think I like the gameplay and the feeling of being that predator. Just running around, hitting one when you come up against groups. Things just die. And then, you hit 2 occasionally and you stealth kill everyone. That's a lot of fun, man. I don't have access to any of the augments, so I can't make Radial Javelin useful. But, honestly, I feel like that's fine. Could I be doing more damage if I embraced Exalted Blade? Probably, Will I? No. Alright guys, now it's your turn. Let me know what you think of Excalibur and Excalibur Umbra in the comments below the like button. Give me your tips, give me your tricks. I want to hear specifically from everyone who is not about Exalted Blade. I want to hear from all you weird builds out there. Listen, and for everyone who respects Exalted Blade, sell it to me. So, like, I'm already sold. I get it. it's... I have more fun with the other abilities. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time. Ricky Summer, out.